Hey, how y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. All right, man. So today's episode, TMZ Harvey has spoken on Drake appeal and why he believes it's horse manure and it would never go anywhere. So we're going to get into that. Before we get to that, Legendary Spill, this is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is on the screen right here, Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 19,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what king are you from. Torture Talk After Hours is up and running. Make sure you go subscribe to that. October 26th, there will be a live battle rap event on this page at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is click the video and watch. Grab a popcorn. You already know what it is. And 25,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a nice size cash prize. So let's get to it, man. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Did I say that already? I'll say it again. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me shout y'all out. Everybody that show up, man. That's for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Feels good. I'm starting to get recognized at places. I was in a supermarket yesterday and somebody said, yo, I follow you on YouTube, bro. I was like, oh, shit. I said, thank you. I get like, when I went to the Kendrick concert, there's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, came up to me. This one girl came up to me and I shouted her out. I shout her out, man. I was kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of nervous. Like, I was nervous. She came up to me and said, oh, I really wanted to say hi and I follow you. And I was like, dang, I wanted to give her a hug. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't give her a hug because, you know, I was kind of nervous. So I ain't gonna lie. It took me forever to get a ride. Cost me to go 3 miles to the train station. It cost me like $70. Like just to go 3 miles to the train station. I should have just walked, but it is what it is. All right, man, let's get to the episode, man. Let's get to it. This comes courtesy of YoEQ TV. Shout out to him, man.
Of course they would have. I know these lawyers are going to try to bill Drake for as much as they can, but Drake, how much money are you willing to burn to look even crazier? But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into this video where we have DJ Head calling Harvey Levin from TMZ about Drake's appeal, where he went on to say he doesn't have a chance, never did, and this looked like a botched publicity stunt. And contrary to popular belief, all publicity isn't good publicity.
Yes. And so we were talking about appeals, and I'm trying to figure out the probability of a successful appeal attempt.
Zero.
Zero. Who was that?
Damn. Zero. Y'all hear that? Zero. I honestly don't know why Drake is trying to appeal this. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know why he's trying to appeal this. Like, what I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and it's just my opinion. I don't think Drake's gonna try to appeal it. That's just number one. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's just gonna slowly let back off of it. But I do believe that Drake lawyers and Drake, they knew he wasn't gonna win. And I think they did this as a publicity stunt for the Iceman album, but I think he wasn't finished it because, trust me, if he would have finished that album, I think the album would have came out. But it's just more to a narrative that he wants to push. Now he can spin it in a different way. But no, he's right. I don't think he's going to win that. Not at all.
Said that. Oh, Harvey.
Coming directly from Harvey. Again, the guy that practiced law for over 20 years, guys. And if we were going to ask anyone's opinion, it was more than likely going to be Harvey Levin. Why? Because the dude not only practiced law, but he also has a very successful, honestly, an empire over at TMZ. Their line of business would definitely breed a lot of these type of defamation cases because that's what this is all.
So wait, which one is Harvey? Is Harvey the black guy? I think the black guy, well, I think the other guy is Harvey Levitt. I think he's the one who owns TMZ. I think he is the lawyer. The white guy, I believe he was a lawyer. I don't know if the black guy was a lawyer, but one of them was a lawyer. I know that. Yeah, so he is the guy that's being covered up by Yo EQ TV. So he is the white guy. I just had to look it up real quick. I couldn't remember his name. I know his name was Harvey, but you know, it is what it is.
About. So if anyone's going to know the do's and don'ts of defamation, it's going to be Harvey Levin and TMZ.
What's up, Harvey? Yeah.
It's a stupid lawsuit. And
Agreed.
there's no basis for it. And the judge basically said that. But the judge used Drake's own words to basically kill the case, which is
Literally day one.
that this was a rap battle. And this is what people do. They speak in hyperbole and rap. Nobody confuses rap for fact.
And Harvey is 1,000% correct. If we were to believe everything Ice Cube.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I think a lot of people kind of misconstrued that, but that's a fact. He's been doing that. Like this battle was a back and forth thing. For Drake and his lawyers to try to remove Not Like Us from the battle is insane to me.
Said, or everything Eminem said, or 50 said, then we would all be left looking very, very foolish.
And the judge booted the case because there was never a case to begin with. It was a stupid. It makes Drake look like an absolute loser.
Something that he has looked a lot of over the last year and a half, mostly at his own doing. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar dog walked him, but I truly feel that Drake did the most damage and harm to his reputation and stock. You can try to blame everyone else, but at the end of the day, you are the one doing all these things. He was trying to paint himself as the hero, the martyr, the person that was taking on the industry for the little guy. But at the end of the day, would Drake actually be doing any of this if he was still wielding the power he once had over those people over at UMG? When it comes to this diva type behavior, yeah, the entertainment business is going to look the other way if they're getting their ROI, if they're getting their investment return back tenfold, because at the end of the day, the money is definitely the motive. It's the music industry. The product they are selling is the music, even though some of that has changed because of 360 deals. You are literally the product. But just like in the film world, guys, yeah, an actor or an actress may be able to keep getting roles even though they're an asshole. But as soon as those films start tanking, guess what? Now you're not getting booked anymore.
So but they can legally file an appeal to this.
Of course,
They
man.
can, but if Drake wants to keep throwing money at it, they're going to lose.
Literally flushing money down the toilet.
Yeah, that's true. I said this before, that they definitely can, but the likelihood of them doing it, they have to go through all of this stuff. I don't think that he wants to go down that road again, because if he does and he loses this time, I mean, at this point, Drake is kind of used to taking a lot of L's, I guess, but this one would be different. If he takes it to an appeal and they don't even take it up, or if they say no, because y'all have to understand, this is not an overnight thing. This is not something that's gonna last 2 to 3 weeks. This is not no Diddy thing. Nah, this is gonna last for a long time. If he goes, we talking like maybe 5 to 10 years. Like, believe it or not, if they was to go to trial, it would get delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. They'll push something back. We need to get this. That's how it would happen. I told y'all before that the record labels, UMG, or let's just say the music industry. The music industry is a conglomerate, like the auto industry. They're never gonna let these things fail. They're like even though they're not the government, but they are a major they have a major hold on society. The music industry, the auto industry, the credit card industry, the oil industry. These things can't just be taken away. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't work like that. These things are like they have like they're you know, like the cell phone industry, like all of this. These are conglomerates that are essential to people's livelihood. So when people say, "Oh, they want to take down the music industry," it's like you take down the music industry off of one artist. Let's just say for argument's sake, right? That's why I said a lot of y'all don't use critical thinking skills, and y'all only think for today. Y'all don't think for tomorrow. Let's just say then the music industry got taken down by, let's just say, 10 artists, Drake and all of the other artists that has affected their livelihood and all of it. Y'all not even thinking about that. Because one artist blows up the whole thing and y'all okay with it because y'all already think that the music industry is corrupt and cutthroat, and it is, but it's one of those things where you have to say it's a necessary evil. You kind of go with that. I'm sorry. You just have to go with it because people say, well, you don't need, you do. It's a necessary evil. It's kind of like the auto industry, right? You don't really need a car. You could just walk everywhere, right? You don't need a car. Cars don't ride on water, so you can't walk across water, so you don't need a car, right? But it's kind of like saying, well, since we don't everybody should stop driving cars and collapse the auto industry. It's like, I don't know. Some of y'all logic be kind of crazy.
Question: do you think
there is nobody who is going? No judge is going to say, "Oh, the public believes you're a certified pedophile." Just the way they're not going to believe that Kendrick has a kid born from another mother, right?
And that he was also a perpetrator of DV. When it's all said and done, Drake was also throwing mud, and he threw it first. You can't be surprised when the energy you were giving out gets reciprocated and lands on your doorstep. A lot of the stands out there try to run with the narrative that just because an appeal was made or a motion was filed or a lawsuit is filed, that it's actually rooted in facts, but that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of frivolous lawsuits that are filed all the time. They just get thrown out.
Harvey, quick question. So you're viewing this as very frivolous from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's unprecedented because Drake has the money to kind of have this battle, which most artists don't? Do you think he spent millions of dollars in this pursuit?
Oh, yes, he's definitely. I mean, well, I don't know what his lawyers are charging, but
that's. I mean, it's the truth. Drake probably spent more money than he ever spent on something like this. You gotta realize this case went on for I think it was like almost 8-9 months or something like that. It went on not a whole year, but it went on. It would be a whole year. Actually, it was a whole year. It would be a whole year the day after GNX being a year. So it's almost a year. It's almost a year, I believe, that Drake has filed, or it's something around there. I'm not sure, but it's almost a year Drake has filed this, and it didn't go nowhere. It didn't go. What I mean by it didn't go nowhere, they just still saying whether it should be dismissed or not. Now imagine if they was to actually have a trial. You think it's just going to be that would take years. Like it already took almost a year for it to get dismissed, and then he was just hearing oral arguments of why they should go to trial, why they should take this up as a case. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't even go anywhere. So imagine what happens if he was to appeal it. Now he's appealing. Guess what UMG going to do? They're going to appeal. Say, no, it was already dismissed, and now they're going to have to appeal. Or whatever they do. I don't know if they're going to appeal. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
See, it's been a long time.
But Drake hasn't really been the best with his money. He gambles a lot of it away anyway, which is what he obviously did here.
I have a theory about this case, that there's no way that the lawyers told Drake he was going to win this. I just don't believe that. And especially
not in good conscience.
It's not even against Kendrick. It's against UMG.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they ever really believed they were going to win it. I think somehow
Yeah, because if you actually file something on Kendrick Lamar, he can just go and countersue and say that you did the very same thing and also did it first.
Drake believed he was going to get good publicity by
He's the hero.
taking the offensive by suing. And I think that never made sense and it backfired.
Yeah, Harvey, last question. I saw the video where you initially said that about Kendrick, and you were basically saying like Drake didn't want to sue Kendrick, so he sued the label. Do you think this goes any differently if he had sued Kendrick? And do you...
It's kind of crazy that he sued the label for defamation, but Kendrick Lamar was the one who said the lyrics. I understand they're saying that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. Understand exactly what he's saying. They promoted him. They promoted it, and it was different. But I always have to ask myself this question when it comes to Drake: is he actually kind of slow? Because they also promoted you dissing everybody when you did what you did. It's just weird to me that he would that this would come down to it. I still in my head, I'm still mind boggled that we're actually at this point where this guy, Drake, actually went to court and filed a court case against the music industry over a diss song. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like it's still mind boggling to me. Like it really is. It's like every time I think about it, I say, I can't believe that we have came this far in hip hop where people are openly agreeing and advocating for someone to sue someone or sue the music industry or take down the music industry over a diss track. Honestly, it's really over because his feelings got hurt. That's what it really is. You think about it. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured. His feelings got hurt. Because Drake's reputation is going to be Drake's reputation. But they ain't really affect him. So you're saying that they openly, willingly try to defame you, but they're still actively, openly promoting you. That just doesn't make sense. It's a stupid argument.
I think that
It goes way worse, I feel.
really was the intent. Like he wanted to sue based on the Kendrick lyrics, but he knew how bad that would look.
If you read the opinion, it would apply to Kendrick the way it applied to UMG.
Wow.
Yeah, because the opinion didn't actually address UMG. It was really just about the
song.
lyrics.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have gone any differently. But
My last question, Harvey, because you are actually, you're a law person. Have you ever seen...
And he more than likely still is. A lot of these people, even though they're not practicing, they do take the bar exam to keep certified.
You're in
Well, okay. I get it.
He also taught it for a long time.
No, but have you ever
Esquire.
Go back to the top. Go back to the first page.
Yeah, I never understood like having to retake courses and stuff like that. I used to drive trucks, and I let's just say I took the test, I passed it. I took the written test, I passed. I got 100 on the written test. So I'm like that. Smart. I'm a smart guy. But on the driving test, I took that, I passed it. And the thing about this driving whatever is if you don't get your DOT, like if you don't get your what they call it, your doctor's thing, during COVID I didn't get it. So since I didn't get it, they took everything away. I thought that I would still have the license, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. I went to the motor vehicle and I said, hey, I just wanted to know about my CDL license. And she said, oh yeah, I see it on here. And I said, what if I wanted to convert back to it? And she was like, oh, it's been too long that you didn't have your the CDL, like the note, so your doc's note, so you got to go and do everything over again. Are you serious? I have to go and do everything over again. But I don't want to be a truck driver no more. It's just a point that I was making about the same thing about taking that bar exam. I know I know that. I know. I like to tell stories. I'm sorry.
Hear me? In the dismissal, they used verbiage. They used like lyrics from the songs. They actually called the "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar dealt the metaphorical killing blow. Like, have you ever seen language like this in a dismissal or a lawsuit?
Well, Judge Vargas obviously has a future in music journalism if he ever chooses to go down that path. But you shouldn't be too surprised. Judges get these type of bars off all the time.
There was once a case, and I've forgotten who it involved, but it was a similar thing with a rap battle, and the judge actually wrote a rap song.
This judge in this case was also the judge in Eminem's suit. Eminem was sued by one of his former classmates.
Yeah.
He said that one of his songs was bullying him, and the song was about that kid bullying Eminem.
I love this show.
Judge in the ruling actually on the bench.
Oh, are you serious?
That's hard.
Yes.
You gotta remember, hip-hop has been around for so long at this point that, yeah, most of us are fans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got to look it up.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that I said this before about the judge a while ago, that she knows. She knows. She would before she even made her ruling, she was talking about the song. She was spitting bars from the song. She knows. Like, the thing is, what y'all gotta understand, man. I'm gonna speak. Let me speak to black people real quick, man. I love y'all, man, but y'all gotta act like y'all gotta stop acting like us black people. We gotta stop acting like nobody else understands hip hop or know hip hop. Hip hop is a global thing. You gotta understand. Just because somebody's white, Asian, Spanish, let's just exclude Spanish because Hispanics are black. At least, that's what we say, right? But now, the thing is, some things ain't that complicated to figure out. It ain't like they dissected Lupe's verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, sometimes it's not that complicated. Not to say Kendrick ain't. You know what I'm saying. So when you get judges who recite lyrics, we be shocked. Oh, the judge, she knows something. Oh, she into the culture. It's like, bro, I'm sure that she listens to these raps. She probably she ain't that old. She's probably like 35 years old. Same age as Kendrick. So I'm sure she grew up on hip hop. A lot of y'all be like, oh, okay, the president, oh, shit, the CEO, he know, ooh. Like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, man, I love y'all, man. I love black people like fried chicken skin. But y'all gotta stop acting like nobody knows us, man. They know us. They know us. We out here. We outside.
Yeah, we're gonna pull that up.
So it's the same judge. I forget what the case was. Somebody versus Marshall, but
And that just shows that she was obviously qualified for this.
it was the same judge. We looked it up last week when the dismissal came down.
Don't ask us to repeat it.
No, I'm not.
Boys, Harvey, some boys.
I'm cutting this off before we get to that point.
No, thanks, Charles. Thanks, Harvey.
Thanks, Charles.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
All right.
And while it's always good to get confirmation from an expert, I think anyone with some common sense would have seen this coming a mile away. This case was baseless. At the end of the day, this was just him trying to get some type of victory because Drake couldn't do it through rap. He couldn't do it in the rap battle. He couldn't out-rap Kendrick. Drake tried to make himself look like the Robin Hood of the industry, the hero they needed. But at the end of the day, he wouldn't be doing any of this, at least I think, if he were still the man over at UMG. And it's not...
That's a fact. That's a fact. He ain't never lie about that. Yeah, man, you pulling those extras, man. You know what it is, man. A lot of times they're afraid to pulling those experts on stuff, man. But I'm glad to see that they got Harvey out here and Charles out here telling the truth. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think them saying they're gonna appeal that's just verbiage. I don't think they're gonna appeal nothing. That was the case. I think if he puts in for an appeal, yeah, it's gonna be a long day, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. So thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here, man. Peace. Bye.